The day is done. Let the night envelop you like a soft, heavy blanket. The day is done. Whatever tasks were left unfinished, whatever conversations were left open, whatever thoughts raced through your mind under the bright sun, they no longer belong to this moment. This moment is yours. It is a sanctuary of time carved out of the night, a quiet harbor where the waters are still and the winds have ceased. Take a moment to find your comfort. Adjust your shoulders, letting them drop away from your ears. Feel the support of the surface beneath you, whether it is a mattress, a chair, or a soft rug. Allow your body to acknowledge that it is no longer required to hold itself up. Gravity is a gentle friend here, pulling you softly, safely, down into rest. Take a deep breath in through your nose, imagining the cool, indigo air of the night filling your lungs, and release it slowly, pushing away the heat and the noise of the day. Once more, breathe in the stillness and breathe out the worry. You are safe. You are warm. You are exactly where you need to be. Now, let us begin. Imagine, if you will, that you are stepping out onto a wide, wooden porch on a perfect summer evening. The house behind you is quiet, its lights dimmed to a warm, amber glow. But out here, the air is different. It smells of damp grass, of sleeping flowers, jasmine perhaps, or night-blooming primrose, and the clean, crisp scent of dew beginning to form on the leaves. The wooden floorboards are cool beneath your feet. There is a comfortable, cushioned chair waiting for you, positioned perfectly to face the garden and the expansive sky beyond. You sit down, sinking into the softness, pulling a light blanket over your legs. The fabric is soft against your skin, a tactile reminder of comfort. Around you, the world is shifting gears. The frenetic energy of the afternoon has dissolved. The birds have returned to their nests, their songs replaced by the rhythmic, hypnotic chorus of crickets. It is a steady, pulsing sound, the heartbeat of the night. Far in the distance, you might hear the faint rustle of wind in the tall trees, a sound like ocean waves breaking on a distant shore. You look out past the garden, past the silhouette of the trees, and toward the horizon. The sun has long since dipped below the edge of the world, taking with it the demands of the day. In its place, a velvet curtain has been drawn across the sky. It is not pitch black, but a deep, rich blue, a color that feels infinite. As your eyes adjust to the darkness, you begin to see them. First, just one or two, the brightest guardians of the evening. Then, as your breathing slows and your gaze softens, more appear. 10, 100, 1,000 tiny pinpricks of light, scattered like diamond dust across the vast canvas of the cosmos. It is beautiful, isn't it? This feeling of smallness, not a smallness that makes you feel insignificant, but a smallness that makes you feel free. Under this canopy, you don't have to be anyone. You don't have to solve anything. You are simply a witness to the majestic, silent turning of the spheres. When was the last time you truly looked up? Not just a glance while walking to your car, or a quick check of the weather, but a true, deep gaze. When we look at the night sky, we often feel a sense of familiarity. We see the moon, our constant companion, perhaps waning or waxing, casting its silver light upon the clouds. We see the constellations, those ancient connect-the-dot drawings our ancestors sketched to make sense of the chaos. We feel as though we are seeing the universe. We feel as though the sky is full. But tonight, I want to share a gentle secret with you. A secret that is not meant to worry you, but to deepen your sense of peace. What if I told you that what you see, those thousands of stars, that band of the Milky Way, stretching like a river of milk across the dark, is only the cover of a book, What if the true universe, the vast majority of it, is invisible? It is a quiet thought. The idea that we are surrounded by a silent, unseen ocean. We are like sailors standing on the deck of a ship in the middle of a calm sea at night. We can see the water illuminated by our lantern, a small circle of shimmering waves around us. But beyond that circle, the ocean continues, vast, deep, mysterious, and peaceful. Tonight, we are going to drift beyond that circle of light. We are going to take a slow, gentle journey into the invisible universe. We will float through the archives of time, past the edges of what our eyes can see, into the comforting embrace of the dark. We will discover that the darkness is not empty. It is full of potential, full of history, and full of a silence so profound it can heal the weary soul. So, let your eyelids grow heavy. Let the image of the stars blur slightly in your mind's eye. The journey is long, but we are in no rush. There is no destination we must reach by morning. There is only the drifting. There is only the wonder. Rest your head back. Feel the cool night air brush against your cheek. The porch, the garden, and the earth itself are holding you up. You are ready to explore the library of silence. As we sit on this imagined porch, drifting between wakefulness and sleep, let us contemplate the bubble of light we call home. Imagine a sphere, a giant, shimmering bubble of reality. This is what astronomers call the observable universe. It sounds technical, perhaps, but think of it simply as a horizon. Just as when you stand on a beach, you can only see as far as the curve of the earth allows. So too can we only see as far as light has had time to travel to us. For all of human history, for every king and queen, for every poet and soldier, for every child who ever made a wish on a falling star, this bubble was all there was. We lived in a cozy, illuminated room within a much larger, darker castle. Visualize the earth, spinning slowly in the silence. Around it, the moon dances its monthly waltz. Further out, the planets of our solar system, Mars with its rusty dust, Jupiter with its storms, Saturn with its rings of ice move in their steady, predictable lanes. We can see these points of light. We have named them. We have given them personalities, stories, and gods. But move further out in your mind, past the icy grip of Pluto, past the scattered rocks of the Kuiper Belt, into the deep interstellar space. Here, the sun is just another star, no brighter than the others. Here, the silence is absolute. In this space, light is the only messenger. And light, despite being the fastest thing we know, takes time to travel. When you look at the moon, you are seeing it as it was 1 second ago. When you look at the sun, though please, never directly, you are seeing it as it was 8 minutes ago. This means that looking out into the universe is actually looking back in time. The night sky is a time machine. Think of the stars you see from your porch tonight. Some of them are close neighbors, their light taking only a few years to reach your eyes. That light left its home when you were perhaps just starting a new job or moving into a new house. It has been traveling across the vast emptiness just to land on your retina tonight, a gift from the past. But other stars are faint, distant echoes. The light from them left long before you were born. Long before your grandparents were born, long before the pyramids were built. That light has been traveling through the silence for thousands of years, passing through dust clouds, dodging planets, crossing the incomprehensible distances, just to arrive here, tonight, to be part of your evening peace. It is a comforting thought, isn't it, to be the recipient of such ancient things. to realize that the universe has been reaching out to you for eons. But even with all this history raining down on us, we are still only seeing a fraction. Imagine you are walking through a dense, beautiful forest at night. You have a lantern in your hand. The light casts a warm, golden glow on the path ahead, illuminating the rough bark of the oak trees, the delicate fronds of the ferns, the soft moss on the stones. You can see the beauty within that circle of light vividly, but you know, with a deep, instinctual certainty, that the forest does not end where the light fades. You know that beyond the reach of your lantern, the forest continues. There are more trees, more streams, more hidden glades where wildflowers grow in the dark. The fact that you cannot see them does not make them less real. It does not make them scary, it simply makes them private. They are resting in the shadows, existing for themselves, not for an audience. This is the state of our universe. Scientists tell us that if the universe were a grand library containing every book ever written, every story ever told, every song ever sung, the observable universe, the part we can see, measure, and touch, would be just a single shelf near the entrance. We have spent thousands of years reading the books on this one shelf. We have marveled at the stories of the stars, the drama of the black holes, the colorful nebulas that look like splashed paint on a canvas. We have learned so much from this single shelf, but the library is vast. The rows of shelves extend backward into the dark, miles and miles of them, filled with volumes we have never opened. Volumes we may never open, and that is okay. There is a profound relief in knowing we do not have to read every book. We do not have to know every secret. In a world that constantly demands our attention, that demands we know everything, track everything, and watch everything, the invisible universe offers us permission to let go. It tells us, there are things here that do not need you to witness them. It tells us, you can rest, and the world will go on being beautiful without your supervision. Let that permission sink into your chest. Let it loosen the knot of responsibility you carry. You are not the keeper of the stars. You are not the guardian of the galaxies. You are a guest. Imagine yourself drifting now, lifting gently off that porch, floating upwards with the weightlessness of a dream. You rise above the trees, above the roof of your quiet house. The town below you becomes a patchwork of soft, yellow lights, like fallen stars resting on the earth. You rise higher, through the clouds, which feel like cool mist against your skin. You emerge on the other side, where the air is clear and thin, and the stars shine with a brilliance untainted by the atmosphere. You are floating at the edge of the visible. Behind you is the earth, a blue marble wrapped in the sleeping night. Ahead of you is the deep, dark ocean of the cosmos. It is not empty space. It is a canvas of potential. Can you feel the silence up here? It is a thick, velvet silence. It is not the absence of sound, but the presence of peace. It is the sound of a universe that is breathing slowly, rhythmically, on a timescale we can barely comprehend. Inhale, exhale. The universe breathes with you. We are about to step off the edge of the map. We are going to drift into the fog, into the parts of the library where the lights haven't been turned on. We are going to find that even in the dark, there is warmth. Even in the unknown, there is familiarity. As you drift, feeling the gentle tug of gravity fading away, you realize that the unknown is not a void. It is a blanket, and tonight, you are wrapping yourself in it. The stars you see are just the porch lights of a much larger home. A home with infinite rooms, infinite corridors, and infinite quiet corners. You are safe to explore. You are safe to drift. Let the concept of seeing fade away. Tonight, we do not need eyes. We listen with our hearts. We feel with our spirits. We float on the currents of time, deeper, softer, further. The journey has only just begun, and already, the heavy anchor of the ordinary world is cut loose. You are free. We are drifting now through the river of time, carried by a current that moves as slowly and steadily as a glacier. To understand the invisible, we must first remember how we learn to see. It is a story, not of conquest, but of curiosity. A story of humanity standing on its tiptoes, trying to peek over the garden wall. Imagine, if you will, the very first stargazers. Thousands of years ago, on nights much like this one, people sat on the cooling sands of the desert or the grassy hills of ancient plains. They had no lenses, no mirrors, no computers. They had only their eyes. To them, the universe was a ceiling painted with light. It was close, intimate. They believed the stars were lanterns hung just out of reach, perhaps watching over them as they slept. The universe felt small, then cozy, like a tent wrapped around the earth. Breathe in that feeling of closeness, the comfort of a world that felt manageable, a world where everything you saw was everything there was. But curiosity is a gentle seed. It grows slowly, pushing through the soil of the known into the air of the unknown. Time moves forward, centuries dissolve like mist. We find ourselves in a quiet room in Italy, 400 years ago. A man stands by a window. He holds a simple tube in his hands, 2 pieces of polished glass inside a wooden casing. It is the first telescope. He lifts it to his eye and points it toward the night, and suddenly, the ceiling opens up. He sees that the moon is not a smooth pearl, but a world with mountains and valleys, silent and stoic. He sees that the band of milk across the sky is not a cloud, but a river of millions of individual stars, too faint to be seen alone, but together, creating a glow that has guided travelers for eons. The room of the universe got a little bigger that night. The walls pushed back. Let your mind wander forward again. We travel through the ages of glass and brass. We see astronomers in heavy coats standing in open-air observatories, their breath misting in the freezing night air. They are patient watchers. They stand in the dark, eye to the eyepiece, sketching what they see in leather-bound notebooks. They are the archivists of the night. They are not looking for noise. They are looking for the whispers of light that have traveled so far to reach them. And then we move to the mountaintops. Visualize a high peak, far above the clouds, where the air is thin and crystal clear. Here sit the giant white domes of modern observatories. They look like temples of silence. Inside, there are no people peering through small eyepieces anymore. Instead, there are massive mirrors, shimmering pools of glass and silver, wide as swimming pools, curved to perfection. These mirrors do not blink. They do not sleep. They simply open their great shutters to the sky and wait. They catch the rain of photons, particles of light that have been falling through space for millions of years. Think of how gentle that process is. It is not a forceful extraction of secrets. It is an act of reception. The telescope is a bucket left out in the rain, waiting for the water to fill it. And even further, beyond the mountains, we have sent our eyes into the silence of space itself. Golden mirrors floating in the cold void, unfolding like origami flowers, turning their faces away from the sun and toward the deep dark. They are out there right now, as you lie in your bed. They are drifting in the absolute stillness, watching. They are seeing things that human eyes were never designed to see. They are looking past the bright stars. They are looking past the glow of the Milky Way. They are peering into the gaps between the stars into the patches of sky that look empty to you and me. And what do they find in the emptiness? They find that there is no such thing as empty. Relax your mind. Let go of the need to understand the mechanics. Just feel the sensation of expansion. Imagine standing in a dark room, believing you are alone. And then, slowly, a dimmer switch is turned up. A soft, golden light begins to bleed into the air, and you realize the room is full of friends. They were there all along, sitting quietly, smiling, waiting for you to see them. That is the story of our journey. We are not discovering new things as much as we are finally noticing what has always been there. The universe is not expanding away from us in this story. Our awareness is expanding to embrace it. We are waking up from a long, peaceful nap, opening our eyes, and realizing the house is much grander, much older, and much more beautiful than we ever curled up in. You are part of this grandeur. You are the observer. You are the one who gets to witness the unlocking of the library. Feel the bed beneath you again. Solid, real. You are anchored here, safe and warm, while your mind floats freely among the silent giants of astronomy. The journey is effortless. You don't have to hike the mountain. You don't have to grind the glass. You simply have to close your eyes and let the story carry you. Now, let us drift toward a specific patch of sky. It is a tiny patch. If you were to hold a grain of sand at arm's length against the night sky, that grain of sand would cover the area we are looking at. To the naked eye, it is nothing, a blank space, a void between the stars. For a long time, we thought it was just that nothing, a gap in the curtains. But a few years ago, we decided to do something profound. We decided to stare. We pointed one of our great floating telescopes at this tiny, black patch of nothingness, and we left the shutter open. We didn't glance, we gazed. We let the telescope stare at that spot for days on end. Hour after hour, it collected the faintest, shyest trickles of light. It is like listening for a heartbeat in a noisy room. You have to be very, very still. You have to wait for the noise to die down, and then wait some more. And slowly, an image began to form. Imagine a photograph developing in a darkroom tray. At first, just white paper in the liquid. Then, shadows emerge. Shapes define themselves. Contrast sharpens. From that patch of nothing, thousands of galaxies appeared. Not stars, galaxies. Each one, a swirling island of light, containing billions of stars of its own. Some were spirals, elegant pinwheels glowing with blue and gold. Some were soft, round balls of fuzzy light, like cotton balls dipped in luminescence. Some were strange, irregular shapes, dancing with their neighbors in a slow-motion waltz that takes eons to complete. Thousands of them, in a grain of sand. This is the soft discovery. The realization that the darkness is not dark. It is simply deep. It is a realization that carries a profound sense of peace. How often in our lives do we fear the empty spaces? We fear the silence in a conversation. We fear the uncertainty of the future. We fear the moments when we don't know what comes next. We look at the blank patches of our lives and we see nothing. But the universe teaches us that nothing is just a waiting room for everything. Just because you cannot see the path ahead does not mean it isn't there. Just because a solution hasn't appeared does not mean it isn't forming. Just because you feel alone in the dark does not mean you are unaccompanied. Those galaxies in the deep field, they have been there for billions of years. They were there when the dinosaurs walked the earth. They were there when the pyramids rose. They were there when you took your first breath. They didn't need our attention to exist. They were spinning in joy, in silence, in the vast cathedral of space, shining their light regardless of whether anyone was watching. There is a lesson in humility here, but it is a gentle humility. It is the relief of not being the center of the universe. Think of the light from those distant galaxies. It is incredibly faint. By the time it reaches us, it is a whisper of a whisper. It is tired light, ancient light. It is stretched out by the expansion of the universe, shifting into colors our eyes can't even see. Infrared, the color of heat, the color of blood moving through veins. These are the faint fuzzies, as astronomers affectionately call them. They are not the bright, showy stars of the Milky Way. They are the humble backdrop of creation, and yet they make up the majority of what is out there. The invisible universe is built on these quiet, unassuming pillars. It is not the loud, exploding stars that define the cosmos. It is the silent, steady glow of the billions of galaxies filling the dark. Let this image settle in your mind. You are floating in a sea of soft light. The darkness you feared is actually a tapestry so rich, so textured, that we are only just beginning to see the threads. Imagine yourself floating through this deep field. There is no sound, there is no wind, there is only the sensation of weightless drifting. You pass by a spiral galaxy, large and majestic, turning with the slowness of a sleeping giant. Its arms are dusted with pink and purple places where new stars are being born. You pass by an elliptical galaxy, a glowing golden egg, calm and stable. It has finished making stars long ago. Now it simply rests, a keeper of old light. You pass by two galaxies gently merging, passing through each other like ghosts. Stars do not collide. There is too much space between them. They simply mix, their gravities greeting one another, starting a dance that will last 1 billion years. There is no conflict here, only choreography. Everything happens in its own time. Nothing is rushed. The universe does not hurry, yet everything is accomplished. Can you feel that pace? Can you synchronize your breathing with the rotation of a galaxy? In for 1 million years, out for 1 million years. Your worries, your deadlines, your lists, they are so small here. They are microscopic. They dissolve in the presence of this ancient timeline. You are safe in the vastness. You are not lost. You are held. The invisible universe surrounds you like a warm ocean, buoyant and supportive. Rest here for a moment, in the deep field, in the quiet, in the presence of things that have waited billions of years just to be known. And as you rest, realize that there is still so much more. We have only scratched the surface. We have only opened the first few pages of the book. What lies beyond the galaxies? What lies in the spaces between them? What holds it all together? The mystery deepens, but it does not frighten. It invites. It calls to us like a lullaby, promising that the more we let go, the more we will find. Drift, float, be. The stars are your nightlight. The galaxies are your blanket. The silence is your song. Let us stay with that light for a moment. The light from those distant galaxies, those faint fuzzies we discovered in the deep dark, has a story of its own. It is a story of endurance, of patience, and of a long, quiet journey home. Imagine a single particle of light, a photon. It is born in the heart of a star, in a galaxy so far away it has no name, only a number in a catalog. This photon is born into a chaotic, brilliant nursery of heat and energy. But eventually, it breaks free. It launches itself out into the void. For the first few thousand years, it travels through the glowing fog of its own galaxy. It passes by nebulas that look like towering pillars of creation. It weaves through asteroid fields that tumble in the dark. It is young, bright, and full of energy. But then, it leaves home. It crosses the boundary of its galaxy and enters the great intergalactic space. This is the true wilderness, millions of light years of absolute emptiness. No wind to push it, no sound to accompany it. Just the silent, straight line of travel. On Earth, civilizations rise and fall. The ice ages come, freezing the world in white, and then retreat, leaving behind green valleys. Continents drift apart, inch by inch. Mountains are pushed up from the earth and slowly worn down by rain. And all the while, that little photon is traveling. It crosses the great voids. It navigates the cosmic web. It does not stop. It does not tire. It carries the image of its home, a postcard from the past, tucked safely inside its frequency. Finally, after a journey of billions of years, it encounters a small, blue planet, circling a modest yellow star. It filters down through the atmosphere, dodging the clouds, passing through the lens of a telescope, and striking a sensor. Or perhaps, on a clear night, it strikes the back of your eye. Ping. A journey of 1 billion years ends in a millisecond. The message is delivered. There is a profound melancholy and beauty in this. When we look at the sky, we are not seeing the universe as it is now. We are seeing a ghost. We are seeing a memory. That star you are looking at? It might have burned out 1 million years ago. It might have collapsed into a black hole or exploded in a supernova. But its light is still traveling to us, still shining in our sky, blissfully unaware that its source is gone. It teaches us something about presence. It teaches us that nothing is ever truly lost. In our own lives, we often worry about time slipping away. We worry about fading. We worry that our memories will disappear, or that the things we did in the past no longer matter. But the sky tells us a different story. It tells us that everything leaves a mark. Everything radiates outwards. The kindness you showed someone 10 years ago, it is still traveling. It is still affecting the world, rippling out like that photon, destined to land somewhere, sometime, when it is needed most. The love you felt for someone who is no longer here, it hasn't vanished. It has just become long traveling light. It is part of the background glow of your life, illuminating your path even when you don't realize it. Close your eyes and visualize the air around you. Imagine it is filled with these silent, traveling messages. The universe is a crisscross of connections. We are constantly bathing in the light of the past. It feels protective, doesn't it? To know that the past isn't gone, it's just further out. As you lie here, breathing slowly, let yourself be a receiver. You don't have to do anything to earn this light. You don't have to signal for it. You just have to be. The starlight falls on the grass, on the oceans, on the roofs of sleeping houses, and on you. It is a soft, cosmic rain. It washes over you, bringing with it the calmness of eternity. If the light can travel for 1 billion years without losing its way, then surely you can navigate through this one night. Surely you can trust that morning will come. The journey is not about rushing to the destination. It is about the traveling. It is about the quiet dignity of moving through the dark, carrying your own little spark. Drift on that thought. You are a traveler too. Tonight, your ship is your bed, your ocean is the dreamscape, and your destination is peace. We have spoken of the light. We have spoken of the stars and the galaxies, the things we can see, the things that glow. But here is the gentle twist of our story. Here is the secret that astronomers have uncovered in the quiet hum of their data. Everything we can see, every star, every planet, every cloud of gas, every person, every tree, every book in the library adds up to less than 5% of the universe. 5%. Imagine you are looking at a magnificent Christmas tree in a dark room. You see the colored lights twinkling red, green, gold. They are beautiful, but you cannot see the branches. You cannot see the trunk. You cannot see the stand that holds it upright. You can only see the lights floating in the dark. If you only looked at the lights, you might think they were floating by magic. You might wonder why they stay in that triangular shape. You might wonder why they don't drift away from each other. But we know there is a tree. We know there is a structure holding them. It is invisible in the dark, but it is solid. It is strong. It is the support system for the beauty in the universe. We call this dark matter. The name sounds mysterious, perhaps a little heavy. But tonight, let's call it something else. Let's call it the invisible cradle. We found it because we watched how the galaxies spin. We noticed that they were spinning too fast. By all the laws of physics, the stars at the edges should have been flung out into space, like children spinning too fast on a merry-go-round. There wasn't enough visible gravity, enough stuff to hold them together. And yet, they held. The galaxies remained intact. The stars stayed in their lanes. Something was holding them. Something unseen was wrapping its arms around the galaxy, keeping it safe, keeping it whole. Think of it as a cosmic hug. 85% of the matter in the universe is this invisible substance. It does not give off light. It does not reflect light. It simply is. It is the bedrock. It is the soil in which the galaxies grow. It is the web that connects the cosmos. There is something incredibly soothing about this idea. We often focus so much on the visible, on our appearance, our achievements, the things we can show the world. We think that what we see is what matters. But the universe says, no. The most important things are invisible. The structure that holds your life together is often unseen. It is the love of a parent or a friend, often unspoken. It is the habits you have built. It is the resilience of your own spirit, buried deep inside, which holds you together when the world spins too fast. Just like the galaxies, you are being held. You are being supported by forces you cannot see. Feel the gravity holding you to your bed right now. You cannot see gravity. You cannot touch it, but it is there, constant and unwavering. It pulls you down, grounding you, promising that you will not float away. It is the Earth's way of holding your hand, and beyond the Earth, the invisible cradle holds the solar system, and the cradle holds the galaxy, and the cosmic web holds the clusters of galaxies. Layer upon layer of support, layer upon layer of safety. The darkness is not empty space. It is a full embrace. Visualize this web now. Not a scary spider web, but a lattice of light and shadow, delicate and strong, stretching across the infinite. The galaxies are like dewdrops caught on this web, glittering in the morning sun. You are resting in that web. Let go of the tension in your back. Let go of the tightness in your legs. Trust the structure. The bed holds you. The floor holds the bed. The foundation holds the floor. The earth holds the foundation. The cradle holds the earth. You don't have to hold yourself up. This is the ultimate lesson of the invisible universe. You are not carrying the weight of the world. The world is carrying you. It has been carrying you since the moment you were born, and it will carry you through this night. Imagine sinking deeper into this realization. It feels like sinking into a warm bath. The water supports you effortlessly. You become weightless. The invisible is not something to be feared. It is the guardian. It is the silent watcher that ensures the stars don't lose their way. If the universe provides such care for a simple swirl of gas and dust, think of how much care there is for you. You, a breathing, feeling, dreaming being. You are part of this system. You are woven into the web. You belong here. As we drift further, the distinction between the visible and the invisible begins to blur. The lights and the darks merge into a soft, gray twilight, the color of sleep, the color of dreams. We are moving towards the horizon of the universe now. We are going to a place where the concepts of beginning and end start to dissolve. But for now, just rest in the cradle. Feel the invisible arms wrapped around you, warm, secure, held. The universe is steady, and so are you. We have rested in the cradle of the invisible matter. We have felt the support of the unseen web. Now, let us turn our attention to the space itself. When we think of space, we often think of it as a container, like a box or a room in which the stars and planets hang like decorations. We imagine the container is rigid, fixed, and unchanging. We think of the walls of the universe as solid boundaries. But the universe is not a box. It is a breath. Take a moment now to notice your own breathing. Do not force it. Just observe the natural rhythm. Your chest rises, expanding to make room for the air. Your ribs flare gently outwards. Then, a pause. And then, the slow, releasing collapse as the air leaves. Inhale, expansion. Exhale, release. This rhythm is not unique to you. It is the fundamental rhythm of the cosmos. Almost a century ago, we discovered something that changed the way we dream about the dark. We found that the galaxies are not standing still. They are moving away from us, and they are moving away from each other. Imagine you are baking a loaf of raisin bread. You mix the dough, you knead it, and you sprinkle the raisins inside. Then, you set it in a warm place to rise. As the dough expands, the raisins move further apart. They are not swimming through the dough. The dough itself is growing, creating more space between them. The universe is that rising bread. It is constantly, quietly, relentlessly creating more space. Scientists call this dark energy. It is a name that sounds powerful, perhaps a little intense. But tonight, let's call it the Great Breath. It is the force that gently pushes everything apart. It is the force of making room. Think about how good it feels to have space. Think about the relief of walking into a wide, open field after being in a crowded room. Think of the pleasure of stretching your arms out wide in a big, empty bed. The universe loves space. It loves it so much that it is making more of it every single second. There is a profound peace in this expansion. It suggests that we are not meant to be cramped. We are not meant to be on top of one another, colliding and clashing. We are meant to have room. Room to think, room to grow, room to simply be. Let's drift into this sensation of expansion. Imagine you are floating in the deep void between the galaxies again. You look to your left, and you see a spiral galaxy, shimmering like a silver coin. You look to your right, and you see another one, glowing like a distant ember. As you watch, over the slow, deep course of eons, the ember drifts further away. It does not rush, it does not flee. It simply recedes into the velvet distance, becoming smaller, fainter, more private. The universe is granting that galaxy its own solitude, and it is granting you yours. There is a fear. Some people have a fear of being alone. They hear that the universe is expanding, that things are getting further apart, and they feel a chill. They think of loneliness. But tonight, look at it differently. Look at it through the lens of peace. This expansion is not about abandonment. It is about the ultimate privacy. It is the universe saying, I will give you enough space so that no one can disturb your peace. I will give you a quiet corner of eternity where you can rest without interruption. In a world that is so noisy, so crowded, so full of notifications and demands, and elbows rubbing against elbows, isn't the idea of infinite space a relief? Imagine the silence deepening as the distances grow. The noise of the cosmos is diluted, the interference fades. What is left is a profound, clear stillness. This is the soft twist of the expanding universe. It is not a tragedy of separation. It is a gift of quiet. Allow your mind to expand with it. Visualize the walls of your room melting away. Visualize the ceiling dissolving into the night sky. Visualize the boundaries of your city, your country, softening and spreading out. You are not confined. You are not trapped in your worries. Your problems, which felt so big and pressing during the day, are now floating in a space that is getting bigger and bigger. As the space grows, the problems seem smaller. They are just tiny specks of dust in a cathedral that is expanding forever. Feel the tension in your forehead smooth out as you mimic this expansion. Feel the tightness in your jaw release. Let your hands uncurl. You are breathing with the universe in, expanding, out, releasing. The dark energy that pushes the galaxies apart is the same energy that allows you to let go. It is the energy of release. It is the energy that says, you don't have to hold on so tight. You can let it drift. You can let it go. Let the thoughts that have been bothering you drift away like those distant galaxies. Watch them recede. Watch them get smaller and smaller until they are just faint dots on the horizon of your mind. They are still there, perhaps, but they are no longer here. They are far away in their own sector of space, and you are here in the center of your own quiet calmness. The great breath continues. It has been breathing out for billions of years, and it shows no sign of stopping. It is a patient, eternal exhalation. Ride that breath. Let it carry you deeper into the mattress. Let it carry you deeper into sleep. You are expanding into relaxation. You are taking up the space you deserve. You are infinite. We have traveled far. We have left the earth, passed the planets, drifted through the stars, and floated in the expanding spaces between the galaxies. But we can go further. We can go back to the very beginning. If you were to take a telescope and look past the furthest stars, past the faintest galaxies, past the dark voids, what would you see? If you look far enough, you hit a wall. Not a wall of brick or stone, but a wall of fog, a wall of light. This is the edge of the visible universe. It is not the edge of space, but the edge of time. It is the horizon beyond which we cannot see, because light hasn't had enough time to reach us since the beginning of everything. But this wall is not dark, it is glowing. It is called the cosmic microwave background, a technical name for something very simple and very beautiful. The first light, the afterglow. Imagine a time long before stars, long before galaxies, long before the silence of the deep space we just explored. Imagine a time when the universe was new. It was hot, dense, and filled with a thick, glowing fog. It was like the inside of a star, a soup of light and energy. Then, the universe took its first breath. It expanded, it cooled, and suddenly, the fog cleared. The light broke free. That moment, that exact moment when the light broke free, is still streaming through the universe today. It is everywhere. It is in the space between the stars. It is in the air, in your room. It is passing through your body right now. If you were to turn on an old television set, the kind with the rabbit ear antennas, and tune it to a channel between stations, you would see static, black and white dots dancing chaotically on the screen. you would hear a hiss, shh. Did you know that about 1% of that static is this ancient light? Think about that. The snow on your TV screen, the hiss on your radio. It is the sound of the universe's creation. It is the echo of the Big Bang. It is the oldest ghost in the room. But tonight, in our library of silence, let's not think of it as static. Let's think of it as the first lullaby. It is a hum, a background vibration that has never stopped. It is the of existence. It is a blanket of microwave radiation that wraps the entire cosmos in a temperature that is just a few degrees above absolute zero. It is the uniform, steady, unchanging backdrop of everything. To see it, we have to use special eyes. Eyes that see not visible light, but microwaves. And when we look at the universe with these eyes, the darkness disappears. The entire sky is glowing. Imagine you are lying on a beach at sunset. The sun has gone down, but the sky is still filled with a warm, orange-red glow. The heat of the day is radiating back up from the sand. You are bathed in the afterglow. The cosmic microwave background is the sunset of the creation event. It is the afterglow of the first day. There is something incredibly comforting about this. It means that the universe has a memory. It means that the beginning is not lost. It is still here, holding us. We are not orphans in a cold void. We are children playing in the fading light of a magnificent day that started 13.8 billion years ago. Let this image wash over you. The sky is not black. It is filled with ancient, invisible light. You are wrapped in a blanket of history. Close your eyes and try to listen to the silence of the room. Beneath the silence, can you imagine that faint, eternal hum? The sound of time flowing? The sound of the universe stretching? This is the soft reflection of our journey. Connection. We often feel disconnected in our modern lives. We feel cut off from nature, cut off from each other, cut off from the past. But the physics of the dark tells us that disconnection is an illusion. We are literally touching the beginning of time. Every second of every day. The atoms in your body were forged in the hearts of those first stars. The energy that beats your heart is borrowed from that first explosion of potential. The quiet hum that surrounds you is the song that started it all. You are woven into this tapestry so tightly that you could not be separated from it if you tried. You are ancient. You are stardust. You are the echo of a great event. Feel the heaviness in your limbs now. That heaviness is gravity, the same force that gathered the gas to make the stars. Feel the warmth under your covers. That warmth is energy, the same energy that lit the first suns. Feel the darkness behind your eyelids. That darkness is the canvas upon which the galaxies are painted. You are home. The universe is not out there. It is not a place you visit with a rocket ship. It is here. It is you. As we rest in the presence of this first lullaby, let us acknowledge the beauty of the long journey. From the hot, dense beginning, through the clearing of the fog, to the birth of the first stars, to the swirling of the galaxies, to the quiet expansion of the voids, all of it has led to this moment, to you. Lying here, safe, quiet, resting. The universe has worked very hard, for a very long time, to create a place where you can exist. It has cooled down for you. It has cleared the fog for you. It has built the planets for you. And now, it asks for nothing in return. It only asks that you close your eyes. It only asks that you accept the gift of this moment. Rest in the glow of the oldest light. Rest in the cradle of the invisible matter. Rest in the expansion of the great breath. The library of silence is open, and you are its only reader tonight. The stories are whispering around you, not in words, but in peace. Let the static soften into a melody. Let the expansion soften into a sigh. Let the darkness soften into a dream. We are almost at the end of our journey, but the deepest rest is yet to come. Drift, soften, sleep, and now, in this quiet expanse where the first light hums and the galaxies drift, we arrive at the most beautiful truth of all. The softest twist in our story. We have spent our journey looking out. We have looked out from the porch, out from the earth, out to the edge of the visible, and into the invisible dark. We have treated the universe as a landscape to be viewed, a library to be read, a grand painting to be admired. But let us pause in the stillness. Let us turn the telescope around. What if I told you that you are not merely an observer of this universe? What if I told you that you are the universe? This is not just poetry. It is the literal, physical truth of your existence. And it is the secret to a deep, abiding sense of belonging that no anxiety can touch. Think of your hand. Let your mind drift to your hand, resting quietly on the bedsheet. Think of the skin, the veins, the bones underneath. Where did the atoms in that hand come from? They were not created on Earth. The Earth is a planet of rock and water. It cannot create the calcium in your bones or the iron in your blood. To find the origin of you, we have to go back to the stars. Imagine a giant star, billions of years ago. A blue giant, burning bright and hot in the ancient dark. It lived a glorious, fierce life, fusing atoms together in its core. It was a cosmic alchemist. It took simple hydrogen and crushed it into helium. Then it took helium and crushed it into carbon. Then oxygen. Then nitrogen. It was cooking. It was preparing the ingredients for life. And then, in its final, magnificent moment, that star did something generous. It didn't hoard those ingredients. It didn't keep the gold and the silver and the iron for itself. It exploded. A supernova. It shattered itself into 1 trillion pieces, flinging those precious atoms out into the void. It sowed the seeds of the cosmos. It died so that something else could eventually live. Those atoms, that dust of a dead star, drifted for eons. They floated through the dark, swirling in great clouds, waiting for gravity to gather them up again, waiting to form a new sun, waiting to form a blue planet, waiting to form you. Let that realization sink deep into your bones. The iron that anchors the red blood cells in your veins, it was forged in the dying heart of a star. The calcium that makes your teeth strong, it was cooked in a supernova. The carbon in every breath you exhale, it is the ash of a cosmic fire. You are not in the universe. You are of the universe. You are stardust that has come together for a brief, beautiful moment to taste the morning air, to feel the warmth of a blanket, to dream a dream. When you look up at the night sky, you are not looking at a stranger. You are looking at your ancestors. You are looking at the furnace where you were forged. You are a child of the sky, returning the gaze of your parent. There is a profound healing in this thought. We often feel small. We often feel separated. We walk around in our little bodies, feeling like isolated islands, worrying about our small problems, feeling disconnected from the world around us. But physics tells us that separation is an illusion. There is no line where you end and the universe begins. You are a continuous process. You are a wave in the ocean of matter. Does the wave feel lonely? Does the wave worry that it is separate from the ocean? No. The wave is the ocean. It rises for a moment, catches the light, and then settles back down into the deep. You are the wave. The universe is the ocean. As you lie here, safe and warm. Visualize your body glowing with this stardust. See the faint, golden shimmer of your own atoms. You are made of light, condensed, cooled, stabilized light. This is why the darkness feels so comforting. It is not an alien place. It is the womb from which you came. It is the silence that held you before you were born, and the silence that holds you now. Let this dissolve the boundaries of your ego. Let the heavy armor of I and me and mine soften. The self that worries about tomorrow, that is just a small, temporary construct. But the you that is made of stardust, that is eternal, that has been here for 13.8 billion years. You have survived the death of stars. You have survived the freezing of the cosmos. You have survived the crashing of planets. You are incredibly resilient. You are incredibly ancient. So, whatever small worry is sitting on your chest tonight, a deadline, a conversation, a regret, compare it to this. Compare it to the supernova that birthed you. Compare it to the billions of years you have traveled to be here. It is small. It is manageable. It is just a tiny ripple on the surface of your deep, ancient soul. Let us expand this feeling of connection even further. If you are stardust, then so is everyone else. The person you love, stardust. The person you struggle with, stardust. The cat sleeping at the foot of your bed, stardust. The tree outside your window, stardust. We are all just different arrangements of the same cosmic song. We are all cousins in the chemistry of creation. In this light, judgment fades away, anger dissolves. All that is left is a soft, shared wonder. We are all fellow travelers, waking up on a tiny rock, trying to figure it out, guided by the same stars that made us. Breathe into that connection. Inhale, I am the universe. Exhale, I am peace. Feel the soft twist fully now. You didn't come into this world, you came out of it, like a leaf from a tree, like a flower from the soil. You belong here as much as the mountain belongs here. You have a right to be here. You have a right to take up space. You have a right to rest. The universe does not make mistakes. It does not waste atoms. If you are here, it is because the universe needed you here. It needed your eyes to see its beauty. It needed your heart to feel its depth. You are the universe experiencing itself. When you rest, the universe rests. When you find peace, a little part of the universe finds peace. So, doing nothing right now, just lying there, breathing, drifting, is a noble act. You are bringing peace to a corner of the cosmos. You are calming the storm. Let yourself feel precious. Not in an arrogant way, but in the way an old, rare book is precious. You are a unique addition. There has never been a configuration of atoms exactly like you, and there never will be again. But the essence of you, the stuff you are made of, that is forever. Drift on this river of gold. Imagine the stardust in your blood moving slowly, rhythmically. Lub-dub, lub-dub. The heartbeat of a star, echoed in your chest. The distinction between inside and outside is gone. The ceiling is gone. The roof is gone. You are floating in the gentle embrace of your own extended body. The stars above, you are not far away. They are just the other hand of the same body. The dark matter is the blanket. The dark energy is the breath. You are whole. You are complete. You are infinite. Rest in this climax of understanding. There is nothing more to seek. There is nothing more to find. The treasure was you all along. The invisible universe wasn't hiding from you. It was waiting for you to realize that you were already wearing it. Drift, glow, be. And now, slowly, ever so slowly, we begin the gentle descent. We have touched the edge of time. We have bathed in the afterglow of creation. We have remembered our origins in the hearts of stars. It is time to come home, not to leave the peace behind, but to bring it with us, to fold it into our pockets like a smooth, cool stone found on a distant shore. Imagine yourself beginning to drift back from the deep expanses. You are weightless, gliding effortlessly through the velvet dark. You pass the great walls of galaxies, leaving them to their slow, silent dances. You pass the nebulae, those glowing nurseries of pink and gold, waving goodbye to the newborn stars. They will be there. They are always there. You do not need to watch them to keep them safe. You drift closer to our own corner of the cosmos. You see the familiar spiral of the Milky Way, a river of milk spilled across the night. It feels welcoming. It feels like a neighborhood you know by heart. You glide through the spiral arms, past the quiet sentinels of the outer constellations, and then you see it, a tiny, blue jewel floating in the vastness. Earth, it looks so peaceful from here, a marble of sapphire and turquoise, swirled with the white of clouds. The night side is facing you, dotted with the warm, amber glow of cities and towns, little constellations of our own making. It is a silent planet. From this height, you cannot hear the traffic, or the arguments, or the noise of the news. You only see the beauty. You only see the fragility. You only see the home. You descend gently, like a leaf falling on a windless day, down through the atmosphere, passing the silent moon which watches over the sleeping world. Down through the soft, high clouds, you drift over the oceans, hearing the faint, rhythmic hush of the waves. Hush, hush. The ocean breathes with you. You drift over the sleeping forests, where the trees stand like guardians in the dark, their leaves still and heavy with dew. You drift over the mountains, their peaks dusted with snow, glowing pale in the starlight. And finally, you find your way back to the garden, back to the quiet house with the dimmed lights, back to the wooden porch where we began. You settle back into the cushioned chair. The wood is solid beneath you. The blanket is warm over your legs. The air is cooler now, deeper into the night. The smell of the jasmine is sweeter, richer. The crickets are still singing their rhythmic song, a natural metronome for your heart. But something is different now. When you look up at the sky from the porch, it doesn't look like a ceiling anymore. It doesn't look like a painting. It looks like a mirror. You feel the connection. You feel the invisible threads tying you to Orion, to the Pleiades, to the dark spaces in between. You are not a small person looking at a big sky. You are the sky, sitting in a chair. You feel heavy, a good, pleasant heaviness. The kind of heaviness that comes after a long, satisfying journey. Your eyelids feel incredibly heavy. They want to close. They want to seal in the magic of what you have seen. Let them close. You are back in your room now. Back in your bed. Feel the mattress rising up to meet you, holding you with the same certainty as the gravity of a planet. Feel the pillow, soft and cool, cradling your head. Feel the duvet, a gentle weight, protecting you. You are safe here. You are grounded. Bring your attention to your feet. Imagine the stardust in your feet growing heavy and dim. The energy is slowing down. Your feet are asleep. Move to your legs, the large muscles of your calves and thighs. They have carried you all day. Now, they are turning to liquid. Heavy, warm liquid. They are sinking into the bed. Move to your hips and your stomach. Let the breath move deep into your belly. Soft, rhythmic, no tension. The knot is untied. Move to your hands and arms. They are resting by your sides. They are empty. They are not holding on to anything anymore. They have let go of the day. They have let go of the control. Move to your shoulders. Let them drop. Let them melt. The weight of the world is off your shoulders. It is back in the celestial cradle where it belongs. Move to your jaw. Unclench. Let your tongue rest on the floor of your mouth. Move to the space between your eyebrows. Smooth it out, like a calm lake at midnight. No ripples. You are a statue of peace. You are a vessel of silence. The invisible universe is all around you. It is in the space between the atoms of your room. It is in the quiet air. It is watching over you like a guardian angel made of physics and time. There is nothing left to do. There is nowhere left to go. The journey is complete. You have seen the library of silence. You have read the book of the dark. And the moral of the story is simple. You are loved. You are held. You are eternal. The silence of the room is not empty. It is full of potential. It is full of dreams waiting to be dreamt. Let yourself drift into that potential. Drift away from my voice. Drift away from the concepts. Drift into the feeling of warm, dark, velvet sleep. Your breath is slow. In, out, like the tide, like the galaxy. You are drifting deeper now. Down, down, down into the softest layers of the night. The stars are dimming. The porch is fading. The world is turning off. Only the peace remains. Before you go, before you surrender completely to the healing waves of sleep, remember that you can return here whenever you wish. The porch is always waiting. The sky is always open. The stardust is always within you. And remember, here at Why Is That? Sleep Story, we are always here to guide you back to this place of calm. If this journey brought you peace tonight, if it helped you find the quiet center of yourself, leave a gentle comment for yourself below. Share a memory of a night sky that brought you calm. Your words are like little lanterns left for other travelers in the dark. And please, subscribe to our channel. By doing so, you ensure that this library of stories is always open to you, ready to soothe your heart whenever the world gets too loud. But for now, leave the phone, leave the screen, leave the words, turn toward the dark, trust the dark. It is your friend. Good night, traveler. Good night, stargazer. Good night, stardust. Sleep, sleep, sleep.